times when you're trying to build a brand, you know. Many people have told me over the years just how difficult it is. I remember meeting and interviewing the beautiful Gwyneth Paltrow just as she decided to move away from acting, even though she'd become an Oscar winner, and go full time into this new genre, a genre that's really taken off for her and certainly made her a multi-millionaire. But of course, she's not the only person to have success with this particular idea. Let's not forget, of course, way back in the 80s, Joan Collins tried it, Linda Evans tried it, and of course the beautiful actress and comedy queen Suzanne Summers made a lot of big business from being an exercise queen, of course, to a lifestyle. And the biggest one of all who truly made a lot of money was this woman, that's right, Jane Fonda, who remembers in the early 80s going for the burn. Well, as she pointed out, it's resulted in 2 new hips going for the burn. That's the problem, isn't it? Nobody told you that in the 1980s. But back now, of course, to someone who's desperately trying to... Take 2. But back now, though, to someone who's desperately trying to reinvent herself after many incarnations is none other than the former royal, the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle. Here, though, is a problem that she's now hit. As ever, let me explain. Morning, lovely to see you today on a beautiful sunny visage. Yes, not me, of course, the thing behind me. You're right. I know, it's not bad, is it? Yes. And I can see you've eaten all your Easter eggs. Did I tell you a while back, though, I saw a Cadbury's cream egg cake. Full cake, can you imagine? A little bit disappointing though, it was really just the colours and not the inside, you know, the yolk stuff that we all like, all the sugar stuff, all the bad stuff. I know, we shouldn't have it, should we? I love it when you go to the doctors, do you do this, do you do that? And even when you say to them, no, I don't drink, no, I don't smoke, and you know, and they say, well, you know, how come you're so big? And you feel like saying, maybe it's the, you know, the discount card for Greg's Bakery. I'm not sure, doctor, but I wouldn't mind. But they're hardly twiggy sat there themselves either, are they? Telling you that you're too big and you should do this. Lead by example, am I right? Absolutely. Back as ever to your royal story of the day. Here's a tricky thing, actually, in a more serious note, because as we know, recently the debacle regarding the US chat show host on CBS for The Late Show made this ad hoc, really not much of an apology to our beautiful Princess of Wales, Catherine. Now, whichever way you look at it, you know, it was definitely in bad taste, and we all know the background story to that with the cease and desist letter. And of course, you know, we know also, and I know this for a fact, and I was stunned by this, that he's not a fan of the British monarchy. So why on earth would someone like the former royal known as the Duke of Sussex, Prince Harry, agree to go on his show in the first place? It does make you wonder. But now you see, as you're trying to reinvent yourself, there's this problem. When you need all the help that you can get to become a lifestyle queen, you can't be too picky and choosy about how things pan out. You know, you really have to be careful. And what it gets interesting with, I think, is this. You see now, even though Meghan has alleged friends on the US TV network CBS, in the form of course, Gayle King, another mouthpiece that seemingly can't zip it regarding our British monarchy, well, apparently her team, she feels, shouldn't be booking her towards anything related to CBS. Now, the reason behind this is, some might say, very, you know, stoic, etc., whatever you want to call it. Perhaps she's finally defending the British monarchy. No, simply this, she knows that she will get torn to shreds by the media if she does that. It's as simple as that. You're not really going to get any awards, win any new followers, Instagram, people buying your product, if you appear on a channel that has really treated the British monarchy in such a diabolical way. So that really does rule out all of the US TV shows affiliated to, of course, CBS. And not only that, but also in Australia too, for the likes of the news channel Studio 10. You see how this works now. So the bigger issue now for Meghan is, where does she pitch her tent? Is it at NBC? Will it be at ABC, who are not exactly warm to the British monarchy? Either way, Meghan seemingly has boxed herself into a very difficult corner, but it wasn't on this occasion her fault. It was all down to the disgraceful chat show host who thought it was funny to mock someone at the very height of a distressing time. Either way, it looks like Meghan has a new problem as she tries to develop and hopefully make a success of American Riviera Orchard. But not with CBS, so it appears. Neil Sean in the very heart of Yorkshire.